Hello everyone at Seaside High School. My name is Natalie North and I'm a sophomore here at the University of Oregon. I'm currently getting a concurrent degree in both percussion performance as well as music theory. For today's lesson, we're going to talk about the timpani part in Robert W. Smith's Encanto. This is actually the Spanish word for charm, so keep that in mind while you're playing and listening to the piece. This piece also has some really cool soloistic percussion moments, so we're going to talk about how to play like a soloist and be a true musician during those sections. We're going to talk about measures 11 through 31, as well as measures 97 to the DS all Coda. Thanks for tuning in. Measures 11 to 15, this is a solo for the timpanist, so feel free to play musically. What I'm doing is I'm adding a little bit of a crescendo between the accents in the odd numbered measures, 11, 13, 15, etc., between beats 1 and the and of 2. This is how I'm doing it. In order to get that accent on the and of 2, I'm adding a little bit more of a flick in the wrist or just a faster stroke speed in my left hand for that accent in comparison to a slower stroke speed in my right hand for the downbeat accents. Also notice the two clarity muffles that I've added on the and of 3 before 15 and the and of 3 before 31. This is just because the role of the timpanist has changed from a solo to either accompaniment for the clarinet solo or you're not playing anymore. The other thing I'm doing to avoid downstrokes is I'm playing with what they call a French style grip. So you can see with these two videos side by side that your thumbs are always facing upwards towards the ceiling on the mallet, and that way it allows you to have just a more articulate stroke, and it is harder to play downstrokes with this grip. Here are some simple exercises that will help you learn this section. As timpanists, some of the best exercises are also the most simple. So what I've written out here is just so you can practice doing alternating hands, right, left, etc., or left, left, etc., at a slow tempo, but then also for the second one, so you can focus on subdividing equal eighth notes. The most important thing here is that you want to make sure that every note matches height, velocity, and dynamics. The purpose of the third exercise, though, is so you can focus on the accent pattern of measures 11 to 31, and I also give a suggested sticking. Practice along with me. Some other things to keep in mind. Don't be afraid to practice on pillows during this time. I mean, you see me doing that in my apartment. It's difficult, especially for percussionists during this pandemic, to be able to practice and have instruments at hand. So use pillows as a quiet alternative at your house. The other thing is practice each exercise with crescendos and decrescendos and playing at different volumes, because you'll be doing that with the excerpt. Might as well practice that with the exercises. Let's talk about this section. So in measure 97 with this 2 and 3 crescendo, you want to make sure that you are doing full strokes because full strokes will allow the drums to have as much melodic tone as possible. And this is great because you are having this melody line along with the bass voices mimicking the bell part earlier. You also want to make sure that this E flat to D tuning, that you are presetting your drums to make that transition easiest. I'm also keeping my foot on the pedal while I am rolling on D to make sure I can do any minor adjustments to blend in with the ensemble. I did make a mistake in 104 coming in a little late, so just make sure that in actuality that you keep your eyes on the conductor so that you come in together with the ensemble. Let's move on to some interval tuning next. And play along with me. If you're a timpanist, you should probably have what they call a tuning fork. This is at A440, so you hit it against some part of your body. Sing that pitch and replicate it. And then I'm using that as mi in solfege to then go a major third down to tune F. And then from F I go up a perfect fourth to get B flat. And then from B flat, I go a perfect fourth to get E flat. And then you can check your drums by going up perfect fourth starting at F. La ti do. And now your drums are perfectly in tune. The drums that I'm using are the 32, 29, and 26 inch drums, just because that means that F, B flat, and E flat are perfectly in the middle of each of the drum's natural registers. As you can see, interval training is a really important step to becoming a great timpanist. Another one is choosing the right mallets. For these two excerpts, I'm using the Vic Firth Tim Genis General 8 Molto Articulate Timpani mallets. What I like about them is that they have a soft cover, but they still have articulation at any dynamic. A cheaper option, as these are $36, would be the Vic Firth T3 Staccato Timpani mallets. Thanks for watching, and I hope you learned a lot. Remember, my name is Natalie, and please don't hesitate to email me with questions or even videos of you playing that you want my feedback on. My email is nnorth@uoregon.edu. Also, if you are interested in taking online percussion or even piano lessons, I'd be more than willing to set something up. Also, make sure that you're, keeping up the good work during this crazy time, and I hope that whoever this reaches is safe and healthy.